Hello, everyone. Welcome. I am Linda Israel, and thank you so very much for coming to my live stream here on YouTube. I greatly appreciate your support and for taking the time to come here and hang out. There are a few things that I want to go over before the actual live started, so this is a recording. First of all, I want to make sure that you like this video and subscribe, so give it a thumbs up. I greatly appreciate that. When you subscribe, make sure you hit that notification bell up in the corner. That way you'll get a notification whenever I upload a video. I have a broadcast post or even a live stream. If you're watching this video as a replay and you're on a computer, look for the little gear at the bottom. You can change the speed to speed it up. Or if you're on a mobile device, look for the little three dots and usually you can change the playback speed there. My live streams generally last about 2 hours. They can go as long as 3 hours. It kind of depends on what we're working on that day and how the feedback is in the chat. While you're watching, you earn junk bucks. So if you are here in order to get those junk bucks accumulating, go ahead and type hello in the chat and my little bot, Junkie Joe, will see you and then you'll start accruing junk bucks. And you're wondering, well, what do I do with those junk bucks? Well, you can accumulate those, and once you have 2,000 of them, you can type !award and you can redeem them for a $10 off coupon to my shop. You can earn junk bucks while you're here and when you are chatting, as well as when you play the in-chat game. So look for those as they come up, and if you make a donation. For those of you that make a donation during my live stream, make sure that you go over to my website at lindaisrael.com, and if you haven't already done so, create a user account. When you make a donation during my live stream, basically you're buying a membership to my website and to the live stream. In my opinion, what we're doing is you're accumulating that money in my account. Thank you for that donation. And as a reward, you will get 5% off your orders at lindaisrael.com. And during the live stream, if I have a journal that I'm giving away at the very end, you are eligible to win that journal. Anybody that makes a donation gets into that drawing by manually typing in the raffle at the end, but then you also get the discount membership on my website. Thank you to Robin, who is my administrator during the live stream. She helps me out with answering questions as well as giving information. She is also my administrator over at the Friendly Junk Journal People Facebook group. If you haven't joined that group, please do. We'd love to have you over there. You're welcome to share what you're working on. Speaking of sharing, during the live today, you can speak up in the chat and say, hey, I have a YouTube channel. You will not be able to share your link to your channel, but you can at least say, hey, my name is, and this is what I do. And then your friends that come into the chat can follow each other. Let's keep the chat upbeat, friendly, and helpful. If you will be kind to those that are here. If you have a question, put it in all caps and I'll do my best to answer those. The chat sometimes goes pretty fast, so I don't always see it, so do ask again. And at the same time, if you're in the chat and you know the answer to somebody's question, please speak up and give them the answer. Check the description box for links to products that I share today. Yes, I am an Amazon affiliate, which means I do get a commission on items that you purchase through my link. If you're going to buy something anyway, I greatly appreciate it. It does not cost you any extra. It just gives me a little bit of a commission, which helps me buy products to show you here. If you win one of the raffles, you can start right now by typing !raffle. Do make sure that you go over to my website, and if you haven't already created a user account, that way I will have your contact information so I can send you your prize. I am starting a raffle right now that is for 200 junk bucks, so you can get well on your way to accumulating your junk bucks. Let's have some fun today and let's get started. Thanks everybody for being here. Hello, everybody. I think I'm live. Can you hear me okay? I rebooted my computer today. I made sure that the streaming software was running. Hopefully, we won't have any issues. I feel like the camera is crooked, though, but I may not be able to fix that. Hello, hello, hello. look at all these journals. I've got them all put together. I did make another journal insert. So I took some of the papers that I had left over and made another little quick journal to put inside. I like this one using just the scraps that I had on my desk. It doesn't have a lot of embellishments or anything. It's just pretty much a straightforward journal. Has a couple of pockets. And then these two are the behemoth that are filled with all kinds of goodies. So today what we're going to do is we need to decorate the spines. And I also have started, and hopefully we can pick up where I left off, my box that we're going to store all of these in. Pardon me. I took some Benadryl, but I don't think it was early enough. All right, so I'm going to use some of these Ideology ring fasteners. So basically they have a, oh man, what a pain in the butt. 1, 2, 3. So once you take off the backing, they just fall everywhere. So I think I'm going to try this. I'm going to try just closing it back up. Ah, come on. Without the specialty backing. All right. So now they're in there. Oh, I got out one too many. Put one back. All right, so I've got 3 of those out. This is the copper colors. And the idea is that they have a brad that you poke a hole and then punch this through. So I'm going to poke some holes. Let me get my hole punch. I'll put those on here. Yeah, no buffering allowed. All right, so I'm going to kind of open this up. This is the top, and I'm going to get the smaller. I don't know if I want this hole punch. I have a different one. Let me see if I can find it. I've moved things, and aha! I found it. All right, so I'm just going to poke this through. Try to get that somewhat in the center. And, oh, that's going to be not easy. Okay, so we're going to get an awl. Because that's thick cardboard. And I'm going to get my crafting pick. And I am going to center this where I want it and punch it through. Okay, so now that I've done that, I started to get this ready. I'm going to get a pair of needle nose pliers to see if that will help me poke those through the hole. There we go. So now I'm going to hold it with my finger and then spread the little legs. If I can get my, there we go. Right, I'm really just kind of pushing this back in on itself. And then I have my hot glue gun out. So what I'm going to do is put a little bit of glue on the legs. I think that'll work. I got a little, I don't want to stick my finger in the glue, but there's a little piece of paper there. All right, so I'm going to let that cool. And see, now I've got a little doodad here that I can hang stuff off of. So I'm going to set that out of the way. And let's do that same thing to the other kind of ephemera book. All right. So I'm trying not to poke it through any of my stuff here. All right, so this is the top, and I want to put it right about there. Come on. Okay, just kind of making that where I can see it, and then bend these legs and put them in there. Your fingernails come in handy here? Yeah. Thank you so much, Raven. They're kind of a purpley black. I need to make some more. I've been wearing all of my blue varieties, and I just went through and I had a couple of sets that I broke a couple of the nails. They just kind of split in half, so I can't reuse them. All right, now I can't reuse them. So I need to either do something like, okay, do this again, like swap them around with another set, or make new nails for the ones that broke. I haven't decided yet. So I went ahead and did these today. All right, let's see if I can do this. I don't have the right eyewear so I can see. Okay, there we go. There we go. Well, I had it. Why didn't you go through? Seriously? All right, let's do this again. I thought if I put it at just the right angle that I could see. Really, the little leg split on me. Oh my goodness. Trying to waller out that hole. All right, let's see if I change the angle, if I can see better. I may have to get very creative here in a moment. Come on now. Wow. I've never had so much trouble in my life seeing that. All right, are you going to go through this time? Oh, there it goes. Finally, I got it. All right. Make sure that the ring is going in the right position. Turn this a little bit. Let's look at this. I think I want this to turn. There we go. All right, and then I'm going to push these down. Because if you don't glue them in place, you may want to at least glue a piece of paper over the top of them. Yeah, it will be worth it. Thank you so much. Love that blue velvet, isn't it fun? If you don't secure the little legs, they'll pull out. Trust me, I know. I've had it happen to me on other projects, so just want to make sure I put some glue in there. All right, so this one, I've got a couple of journals in it, and I'm thinking maybe I can get away with using the existing hole that was made for the elastic. So I'm just kind of bending these legs back together. All right, put the glasses back on so I can see the little bitty stuff. Sometimes you have to, do what you can. Sometimes 2 pairs of glasses is what it is that you need. All right, so that went through. So I'm just going to keep my finger on it. Okay. All right, I think I'm going to make sure that that's kind of split around the elastic. I just noticed that this one is out of kilter with the other one. There we go. I'll do it like this. All right, so just temporarily, I'm trying to get this back out of the way so I can put a little bit of glue right here. What's another name for a Surebonder glue apparatus? I was trying to figure out what other terminology could you use for this device, and I guess you could call it a hot glue applicator, because that's kind of what it is. Because I was trying to get away from saying the GUN word, because, you know, algorithms and all that good stuff. All right, let me get... I even bought some of those little rubber fingers to put, tips that you put on when you're using hot glue, but they're in my little box where my hot glue is, so I didn't get one out. Okay, that's better. All right, so now that I've got the attachment on each of the journal covers, we can proceed with decorating. Push your outer. I was trying not to say what you just said, Julie. Glue pew pew. Man, I love that. You had a blue velvet dress when you were young and skinny and wish you would have kept it. I understand that. That's a good one. I love that one. Sure, Bon Pew Pew. All right, so we have this little doodad on here, and we're going to get out my jewelry making supplies, and let's see what we can put together. I think I'm going to put these in this box for now. All right, so I've got some charms, and I have another bag of jewelry making. I also have some other elements. Where did they just go? Did I put them in here? Okay, I found them, I think. No, that's not it. It must be here. Okay, so then I have these feathers. I've got 3 of those. I've got some beaded elements that Robin gave me. All right, I'm trying to see. Oh, I've got this weird beaded element thing. All right, I think that's all that was in here. So I'm going to return this to my holding spot. I have some tassels I made. So I've got 3 tassels that I made here. I've got 3 of these bead elements. I know. Where is it? Where's the other one? It's in here somewhere. All right, I got it. I got to focus. Focus, Linda. Where is it? Oh, here it is. I found it. All right, so here's the 3rd one of those. Oh no. Is there a hole in it? Oh, it was just didn't get zippered shut. So I got a mess. Okay. And what else? I don't think I need any of this stuff. Oh, I found some little charms. These are some of the bird charms that I think I still have for sale in my shop. A few of these. So I'll get those out. I have gold here. We're using silver there. And this has gold here. So maybe we'll use a little bit of both. I do have some bronze ones, so I'll get those out. And let's see what else I have here. Oh, I made a few beaded elements a while back. So I think there's a few of these that I may want to use. So I'm trying not to get everything out, but I want to have a variety of things available. I do have some silver chain, and I have some bronze chain. So since we've got silver here, gold here, let's use the bronze chain. And then I know I have at least some silver jump rings. Where did they see those? Let's get them out. All right, so I had some silver jump rings. Another pair of pliers. Oh, there's another peacock charm. I wasn't sure if I had any more. I've got a feather charm here, so we may use that. Okay. All right, let's see if there's anything else that I want to get out. I think, oh, that's kind of cool. Just put that over here. Okay. So, my thought was, do I want to attach this on here using a ball pen so it's separate than the other pieces? And I may kind of alternate. So if we put this in here, so that'll hang freely. And then this one has a little bit more doodads on it. I'm trying to figure out where this top was. Oh, I think this is the top. I think that makes sense to me, to have that be the top. I think these were like giant safety pins that this lady that I met online, she used fabric and fibers and then wrapped it with wire that had some beads on it. So she used the God's Eye, which I thought the God's Eye kind of goes with the peacock, right? Junkie Joe, he's being cranky. I did put a little bit in there of a dent. I do have a few things that didn't get put in the journals, and part of my storage box idea is that I think what I want to do is put those elements that I had left over in my little storage box. Okay, that'll kind of give a little bit. And then I have this tassel, so I'm going to attach it in the same manner, but each one's going to have its own little doodad. I may want to cut these off. I think those are too long sticking out there. Do I want it to go freely? I think I'm going to pin it through like that. And then I think I want my fabric scissors because they cut better. I'm just going to cut this off. And I'm going to try to put just a touch of glue on the ends of those fibers so maybe they won't fray. Okay. All right, there we go. And then I'll put this in here. All right, we're getting there. We're adding the journal charms. So here's where we are so far. I've got these 3 pieces on there. And I think I want to do one more, just a little chain, so I can attach some of these that Robin made and gave to me. So I think I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so I got a few. And let's see. Let me get my wire cutters. Actually, I should be able to just peel it apart. All right, let's put my fancy glasses back on. And all right, I want to break apart one of these. I'm thinking probably about 3 inches. Now, mine is chain that I got on sale at Hobby Lobby, probably when they had a 50% off sale. But you know, you could look at costume jewelry that you maybe have or that is broken, or ask your friends, hey, do you have any broken costume jewelry that you are no longer using? I think I want to keep that one. And say, I'll take it. I want to use it for stuff. So I'm thinking I'm going to put the biggest one on the bottom. So the ring that I took apart, I'm just going to put it back on. And remember, when you're working with rings, that you want to twist them open, not pull them apart, okay? The eye is looking at you. Well, it's right there. That peacock eye is going to get you. All right, let's put this one. Trying to squish it back together, okay? I don't know if you can see that very well. Yeah, yours are just a different color, but I love how they turned out. This was like a sari silk, wasn't it, that you dyed or you had? It's what it feels like. It's kind of a silk. All right, so that will be on the bottom. I think that looks good. Now, I have a crystal, and then I thought maybe one of those. I've got a different little bead element, maybe one of these peacocks in here. What else do I have in here? Here's another, I just went through my beads and used a head pin and then just kind of stacked up some beads and then closed that over so that we're ready to go. And I put them in which is normally for like either jewelry sorting or for embroidery floss. So I've got my head pins here, and then I've got an assortment of loose beads, and then I kind of just kept dropping the ones that I finished back down in there so I would have them all in one place. Oh, you didn't get to see them. That's right. The flower. Yeah, you love that. Isn't that gorgeous? That's what Robin made. Okay, so now I need some of those jump rings. So put my glasses back on so I can see. I'm trying to look up at the screen, and having 2 pairs of glasses, I cannot do that. All right, so I'm going to grab a jump ring. I'm trying to decide how how fluffy do I want each one of these little string of charms that I have here. All right. So let's see, probably right about there. Now, if you don't have jump rings, you could use the bulb pins. Put those through the tops of your jewelry pieces. That's a split ring. I don't want that. I want a jump ring. A split ring is basically a wire that's wrapped around, kind of like you would see for a ring that holds keys, a key ring. And you don't peel those apart. What you do is you just thread on the item that you want to add. Maybe Robin needs to set up a camera. She may have a video. I don't know if you have a video, Robin, of making these little flowers or not. Okay, that looks pretty good with that peacock on there. They look really simple. I mean, it looks like you just took a head pin and then you just put a bead on the bottom and then you just thread the fabric back and forth, right? Okay, I have an idea. I'm going to grab a piece of fabric, and Robin can tell me if I'm doing the right way. All right, so let's put this one on. I don't know if I want to attach it at the bottom or more. Let's do it more up at the top. There we go. You did not make a video? That's what I thought. They look pretty simple. Okay, so let me grab a piece of fabric because I know I have a little scrap here. Oh, here's one. I'm going to get one that's two-sided. If it's one-sided, it'll be a little bit harder to do, Julie. All right, so you've got a head pin, and let me see if I can find just a flat bead. Let me see if this will go through there. Okay, so you want a bead that won't go through the head pin. Let me zoom in. Maybe y'all can see better. Let's see. Zoom. All right, so come on, computer. All right, so do you see that the head does not pass through the bead? And then you're going to grab your fabric. Robin, how wide do you think that was? Mine is 1 inch. So I think what you do is you kind of fold it up and poke that through, and then just kind of keep poking back and forth, kind of like an accordion. And I'm just going back and forth. And then you just kind of spin this around, and you just keep doing it until it has the fluffiness that you want. Does that make sense? That's okay. I understand if you didn't measure it. I was just curious if you had an idea. All right, so we're just going to zig back and forth. Okay. Overlayer it. Yeah, you want a bunch. That's what Robin says. So I'm just going back and forth, back and forth. And it looks really cool if you're using a fabric that's been dyed and it's got multiple colors. But you could also just take white fabric and do this. See there? That looks pretty close to what you did. And then you could just dye it. Didn't you use reinkers? Yeah, lots of ribbon scraps. Yeah, this is a fun way to use up those little scraps that you might have. All right, so I'm just kind of going back and forth. The fabric was sent to you? Well, you like I said, you could dye it. All right, so I'm just going to cut this one more time, and then just kind of twist that around. Get this out of the way from right now. Okay, and then you're going to put a cap on it. So I see a pearl. I don't have what she had. She had some pretty bling. But I have a little pearl. I think that would look pretty on there. And I may have one more of these little silver beads. So I want to do it that way. Maybe I'll do it the other way around. Like that. I need to find, I know I have some. I need to find my bead caps. All right, so now you're just going to use your round nose pliers and make a loop. So I'm just going to bend this over and then around. Okay. See how that's bent over and around? And then I'm going to take my other pliers and pull that around the shaft. Oops. Get this twisted around. It's fluffy, so it keeps getting in my way. Okay, there we go. And then I need my cutters. I know I have a pair. There they are. Okay. And then looking at this, I'm just going to cut off this excess here. I'm going to make sure I'm good at, it's a flush cutter. And then you want to kind of smush that down so it doesn't catch on anything. I think this needs to be frayed. I'm going to pull the threads. But that's kind of simple how that, you know, comes together. And so now we have this little dangle that we can use. I feel like this is still too long or something. There we go. It was bugging me the way it was sticking out there. And you can trim the threads off or you can leave them long. But that's kind of cool how that... Hers is better because she had the bling at the top. Let me get one. She had these spacer beads that have little rhinestones. And then she put her bead cap on, the pearl. And then here she just had a little bead cap at the back. So mine didn't have a bead cap, but you get the gist of it, right? Is that easy enough? Just that easy. Very cute. Okay, good. All right, so let's continue on adding embellishments here. So I've added a couple of beaded elements and I've added a charm. And I have more charms. So I saw some dragonflies. Let me see if I can. Here's a dragonfly. Here's a different dragonfly we can maybe use on one of the others. Oh, and there's a different dragonfly. So I got 3 different dragonflies we could use. What else do I have in here? I think we'll go with that. Yeah, I mean, just take a head pin, and if you don't have a head pin, use some beading or wire. I think it was probably the, what is it? The bigger the number, the smaller the wire. Is that right? I think a 20 gauge wire probably would be about the same thickness. I'm not sure. I have to go get the beads and my wire. All right, so we got this so far. I always like to pick it up and kind of gauge where I need more things. Like I think I need something right here in between these two. So I'm going to grab another. I need to go by Hobby Lobby when they have their jewelry components half price again and get some more jump rings. I'm pretty sure I have a whole box of jump rings. I just haven't figured out where I put them yet. I've been finding that if I use it with junk journals, I kind of need to keep a supply in my junk journals. And if I use it for jewelry making, then I also have the supply in my jewelry making. Does that make any sense? So I am always finding duplicates. Like I have, I don't know, 3 or 4 pairs of needle nose pliers, and I know I have a couple of them right now pretty close by, and I need to make sure that I always keep some with my jewelry supply and always keep some with my junk journal supplies. Okay, so that's starting to, let me do this. Let's put a gold one on there. So I'm just going to put a pin at what would be the top portion. If I can get a hold of it. Apparently I can't get my fat fingers around there. Okay. Yeah, I used to make my own jump rings too. So what do you think? That's starting to come together. I think we need some more color in here. So I've been, you're almost out of them. You buy them online. Gotcha. I've been working in my craft room. Did y'all see my post where I put the labels on all of my ink pads? I was sitting here yesterday and I opened that drawer to get an ink pad out and I went, oh, I hate that white label. It wasn't what I wanted. It doesn't look good. I wonder. So I got out my Dymo old-fashioned emboss label maker and I just started punching out labels. What do you think? One more? I don't have any purple made, but I do have, look at these. I've got these butterflies. I have a black one, a blue one. Oh, I just dumped out all of those. And then, is this a different shade of blue? What do you think? Should we do, I think we should do those. I think I'm not going to do the black. Well, I'm probably going to use all those. All right, that looks pretty good so far. We're getting there. I think it needs more. It needs more! Love it. Thank you so much. I'll show it to you just a moment. Let me add another beaded element here. Let's go. Let's put one right in here, I think. I'm just trying to add a bunch. All right. So that's starting to look chunky. I like it so far. I got the dragonfly, so I need a couple up at the top. So let's get another jump ring. They're already laying on the desk, so I might as well use them, right? You buy your pins and jump rings at Hobby Lobby? They were just, yeah, see, sometimes I bought stuff online on jump rings, and they're really thin. They bend too easily, and it's like, oh, this is not what I want. I think I'm going to put that one right almost at the top here. There we go. What do you think? Is that enough? I think that might be enough. Let's see what it looks like on the journal. Okay. Now if I can get it to close up. Come on. Sometimes they twist on me. There we go. Oh, look at that. So we got some cool. Can you see all that? Good. Let's do it this way. Let's do face zoom. All right, what do you think? Kind of see how it lays out, and you can look at each component if you want. Don't look, Jenny, or Julie. There's an eye. I think that one turned out pretty cool. All right. How fun is that? All right, so I'm going to set that aside, and let's make a couple more, right? All right, let's do the same thing. So I've got a couple of pins, and I've got my feather. So I'm just going to grab my feather. Love it, love it, love it. Thank you, Margie. So I've been working in my craft room. Oh, yeah, I was going to show you the drawer. I got distracted. All right, let's get that. So I have a plastic drawer storage unit over here. It holds 1, 2, 3, 4 drawers. 2 that are, I don't know, like, let me get my, almost 3 inches deep. by maybe 14 or 14 inches this way, and they are about 11 inches wide. They will hold 8.5 by 11 paper, or 11 by 8.5 by 14 inch paper in here. And I found that I put all of my ink pads on their side this way. And what I did was, can y'all see that? All right, I'm going to take out this bunch. I took some cardboard and kind of just made a little, I don't know, a filing system. And then this one I need to fix. I was noticing that they weren't quite keeping the angle that I wanted. So I'm gluing a little piece of triangle cardboard. I'm going to put some glue in here so it'll have a little bit of substance. And then to keep it back, I just put a little piece right here in the front of that so they kept back. And then I just used my label maker and went in here, and on this one, since it was mowed lawn, I figured lawn was close enough. I know that that's green, and I kind of have them like tea-dye colors, brown, greens, blues, weatherwood, and then we come down here to the yellow, pink, purple, into the burgundy. And then my inks, I have my Distress Oxide inks are up here in the front. These were instant ink boxes. And then these are just my distressed re-inkers that I've had for a while. And you want to make sure that if you store these on their side, that you get them closed, because I had one that wasn't closed all the way, and as you can see, it colorized some stuff. So that was one project that I did. Another project that I did, I haven't finished putting the labels on all of them, but these were instant ink boxes that I covered with the same paper that I covered the box behind me. And this one I went ahead and used my label maker and said blue TAGM, which is Tattered Angels Glimmer Mist. I'm not going to do the backs. I mean, it's only because when they're on the shelf that I did it on the front, because I didn't want to see the HP print information. I just wanted to have the pretty fronts. And I didn't take a picture of this, I forgot. So I'll get a picture of that taken. And then you probably can't see it, but I keep hitting my sewing cam. All right, we don't need that. Let's go here. So this is a shelf that I put back here on top of this metal cabinet. And then on top of that is a shelf that holds these boxes. And then I put my gel plate over here to the side. And then I had this scrap of fabric, and I found this ribbon that has holographic silver dots on it, and I hot glued that all together so it kind of covers it up. Yeah, those instant ink boxes are good for all kinds of stuff, aren't they? Alright, so we've got that feather there. Let's put another one of these beaded elements on here. Okay. So I feel pretty good about that. It's starting to look really good. I've got 2 more shelves that I need 6 more of those instant ink boxes that I want to put out. And I've got a couple more little areas at the top that have my paper flowers that I haven't put away yet. I've got some of it organized, but not all of it just yet. I'm getting there. I'm going to cut this off. Put a little bit of glue on it. Okay. Oh, the name of the thing that attached to the book spine, I just shared it. I'll get you the link. There it is. Ring Fastener by Tim Holtz. It's what I used. I think I bought them whenever they put them on sale at Hobby Lobby. got a thread that's attacking me. All right. So now let's do this guy. And we'll attach the tassel. Oopsie. Come back here. Oh my goodness. I can't keep a hold of it. This happens when things are small, and I'm getting old. All right, we're going to hook that in. All right. So now we've got 3 things on here so far. So now I want 1, 2, 3 inches of this. Get my glasses again. All right, where's my other? There they are. See what happens? The things get misplaced all over the place. All right. Then break this apart. Twist. And then hold it in this hand and undo that side. And while I've got this off, I'm just going to go ahead and do the same thing on the bottom. Oops. Come on now. Come back together. There we go. Just kind of smashing that back together. All right, so that's at the bottom. And we're going to find some more beaded elements. This I've got one that's it's kind of a gold with a little gem in there. Can you see that? I think I'm going to add another gold. I've already got this guy and this guy. So we had a bird charm that was a peacock on the other one. I've got this little baggie here. How about this one has little like love doves put together, so we'll use that one. And what else? I probably should put maybe some teal ones, so something like this right here, maybe at the top, in the middle, and then I want the bird one, so maybe here. I think that will be a good layout. I kind of like to lay out what I want to do, and that way I can kind of gauge how I want to put it together. All right, let's get the pliers out again. It is cooler in my room. It's still hot. Henry said that our electricity last Monday, because I was live and I ran the lights in my craft room, my computer, and fans, even though I didn't have the air conditioner on. They said it cost us $25 in electricity for my live stream. I was like, oh my goodness. So today the cost of energy is 6 cents per, is it kilowatt hour? I think that's what Henry said. If he's listening, he'll chime in. And he said I didn't have to turn everything off today. But next week, if it's hot again, I will have to turn everything off. So I'll have to figure out, I may have to bring in here a mister or something to put in front of my fan so it can mist out some air and help keep it cool in here. Yeah, I may need a desk fan. I've got a fan behind me. I have my ceiling fan above me, and there's another fan in the room as well. So I have a lot of little fans. All right, let's get another one. Okay. Just adding these in where I feel like they'll look good. I think that looks pretty good. Maybe this one will go here. How do you keep cool? Money well spent. Exactly. I have air conditioning, so. Well, yeah, and I'm not doing the lives on Thursday anymore like I used to. I think that's what I want to do. Yeah. So I'm conserving energy by not being here on Thursday, right? My next project is I have some fabric. Currently, I have them in a priority mailbox. I happen to have some because of my subscription boxes. I thought I was going to use those, and I ended up not using them as my subscription boxes when I shipped out everything. I bought boxes. So I temporarily have put my fabric in these boxes, and I was thinking about covering them, but what I really wanted was the ability to slide out a box when I wanted it. And the problem was I was going to have to make something for these boxes that I have for free, and it's going to take some time to make all of those. And then I went on to Amazon. I have added it to my wish list, and I found where I can buy cardboard shoe box drawers. So it has a shell that holds the drawer that you can pull out, and it's designed to put your shoes in it. I think I'm going to change this. And I think that's going to work better for me. What I would probably do is it has the ability to put a clear window on the front, and I think I'm going to cover the front instead with the same paper that I used on those drawers back there, just to kind of give it that cohesive look in my room. I've never had matchy storage in my craft room. I would get, I would buy 3 or 4 of something and use that for whatever that little, that USB. You want a ceiling fan? Ceiling fans are, we have a ceiling fan in every room in our house, except for the kitchen. There's one in the dining room, there's one in the living room, there's one in our bedroom, there's one in the guest bedrooms. We like our ceiling fans. So I'm trying to figure out, do I want to buy them or not? And I think I get 24 boxes, and I think they're almost $70, but I think it'll be worth it. I really do. I've got it saved, like I said. Maybe for my birthday, someone who loves me will order those for me. I may have to look for a USB powered fan, because I've got my computer here. My computer's going to be on anyway. It shouldn't draw that much more power if the USB is plugged into one of the ports, right? That's what I'm thinking. All right, I'm trying to decide what else it needs. I think it needs another color piece. This piece is going to go at the top, so maybe a smaller bead here. Oh, this will work. I've got this little bead. That'll work right there. Okay. So now I'll get the next one. This one didn't want to twist. Hint, hint, Henry. Well, I put it in my wish list, and I also have it saved in my my cart on Amazon. So maybe he'll just say, okay, go ahead, order it. Oh, you keep knocking off the desk? Well, see, I saw some that were magnetic. And the reason why I saw them was because of the cruise ship. People were saying that they like to have a fan on the cruise ship. And they were magnetic because the walls in almost all cruise ships are metal. So the magnetic fan base would attach. So maybe you need either a clamp or you need a magnetic base so that it doesn't fall over. Okay. I think this one is going to look pretty good. If I can get it twisted back. There we go. So that's got a good variety on there. Does it need more? I'm going to go ahead and pin it. Pin it in place. Okay. Go through here. And then we're going to put it in here. There we go. All right, so there is another one. I'm just kind of get it, it's all tangled. I got another one put together. What do you think? It's similar to the other one. So we've got the feathers and we've got the tassel and then we've got the little charms and then the little beaded element. Lots of goodies. Okay. One more and then we can work on the box. Hopefully I've got enough of it done. All right, so here we go. I'm going to set this over here. Oh, might help if I change the camera, right? All right, so here we go. We're going to do the next one. I'm going to go ahead cut this piece off. And let's get a bulb pin. And I'll put a little bit of glue on the ends there. Okay. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Me charged and carried in. Oh, that's nice. That's another thing. You know, I bought a USB powered LED light because we would get home from work before 7 p.m. and we were standing in the kitchen prepping food and it was a real dark in there. And Henry had a different lamp that I bought a long time ago that you have to put batteries in. And so I found this rechargeable one online and I kind of like it. It's a disc shape. And that looks good there. I'm going to go ahead and put this guy on. And then let's put this one on. It's already got a bulb pin. Is it this way? Yeah. All right, let's bead up one more. Yeah, that's going to look good. Okay, so we need 3 inches again. Going to get, all right, 3 inches. Let's put my glasses back on. Okay, so right about there. I'm just rotating the way I've got this in my hand. I want it this way. There we go. All right, so I'm going to split this apart by twisting. Come on, cooperate. There we go. All right, so I don't need this anymore, so I'm going to set that over out of the way. I'm going to get one of these little elements. I did put, yeah, okay, I had a couple left over. That's all right. Maybe I'll make a keychain or something out of what's left over. Come on, push together. There we go. All right, that piece is on there. And I'm not going to use this piece. Oh, I got 2 left. Nice. And I'm going to put those back in here so I'll have them for next time. All right, let's see what else I have in here component-wise. I have this little component. I've got a little crystal one, and then we're going to have one of these on here and one of these. I've got this feather charm, And we've got a dragonfly charm. So we probably need another. Ooh, this one's kind of pretty. A different little beaded element. Oh, it's got different colors on each side. This one's kind of neat. It's kind of glitter looking. It's faceted. So maybe that'll go right there. What now? Oh, okay. Oh, awesome. I look forward to seeing that, Julie. Thank you. We'll check it out. All right. So let's grab. Come on. And twist. Twist and shout. Robin said a long time ago when she came, you need to put labels on all your stuff. So almost all of the shelf boxes that are behind me, my drawer boxes, have a sticky note that says what's inside of. There's a couple of them I haven't updated yet because I'm trying to decide if I want to leave the contents in those boxes or move them to a different location altogether. But for the most part, I've gone in and added labels so that I can tell what's inside each box. When I shared online, someone said, I felt like I had too much stuff, so I had to get rid of things. It was suffocating me. And I'm like, I get that. I've done so many crafts over the years that I've collected a variety of supplies and tools. I have I've got a whole tower of drawers that have paper punches in it. I would get paper punches whenever they inspired me because of a project I was making or they were on sale and I knew I could use them. I've had paper punches given to me. So I've got this whole tower drawer unit that is almost completely full of mostly paper punches. I'm going to go through them soon and pull out the ones that I know that I probably won't ever use them again. And I'll see if I can make a destash package with them. We did clean out a closet. He had moved into what used to be our master bedroom closet. It used to be my closet when I was working corporate. I had lots of corporate wear. And so he was using that master bathroom more than I was. So he said, well, I'm changing whose stuff is in this closet. And so he took out my stuff. It's like, good grief, Henry. And there was still some things in there. So this weekend he went through that closet and started pulling things out. And I had a bunch of shoes that I hadn't worn in forever. Mainly because I bought them for it to go with a certain outfit. And I would only wear them to work and at work. And that was the only time I wore them. And even when I would go on break, I went walking. So I always brought different shoes that I wore because a lot of times these stupid shoes hurt my feet. So I didn't want to wear them all the time. So I just donated a whole bunch of shoes to Hearts and Hands. It's a thrift store in Bethany. Oh, since you live over there, Jennifer, not this weekend, but the weekend of like after the 17th, whatever that Friday and Saturday is, all the clothing at Hearts and Hands thrift store is going to be 99 cents. I bought a couple of dresses the other day when I was in there, and they were marked $5.99, and I got two I call them dresses. They come to about mid-thigh, and I always wear shorts under them anyway, so I don't have to worry about if my derriere gets exposed. And I got them for under $10 for 2 dresses that I know I will wear and enjoy. I already tried them on. They look good, and I've washed them, so they're ready to wear. Yeah, I'm going to post on Facebook. I gotta drop off some more stuff to them, and I was going to take a picture of their storefront and post it online saying, y'all come by, they're going to have a sale. They were putting together a table with Christmas items, so if you're looking for some Christmas decorations, they're supposed to have like a whole table set up for Christmas in July. All right, I think we're almost done. Get one more. Come here. Come here. Okay. All right, let's put this one. Oh, come here now. You cooperate. I think I want it right up here. Okay. All right. Hang on to this for a second. Get my ball pen. Let's put it all together. All right. Hook this on, and then we'll put it onto my journal cover. Yay! All right, I got them all done. Nice. Okay, I can take those off, and let's put away the jewelry making supplies. So get rid of that, and I'll put these up here so I'll have them for next time. And let's scoop these up. My craft mat that I have here has seen better days. I think it's been here for, well, a minimum of 5 years, and probably longer, because I've been using it as, you know, underneath my videotaping surface, and it has got some deep scars. All right, let's close all this up. Just trying to put all of the supplies back in here. Smush that out so it'll lay flat. And then my drawer will fit back in my cabinet. And like that, it's out of the way. There we go. Awesome. All right, those need to go up here. This goes here. So, I have a box that I've started. And so this was a shoe box. I'll try to, it's kind of hard because it's so big. So this was a shoe box, and I went ahead and I added a piece of cardboard across the back where the flap folded over, and so that would not fold in. I cut off the edges that when it would fold down, it went over, let me get in the camera, it would go over this area. And then I just covered it with some book pages, and then I painted it with some Tattered Angels. So I'm going to get a little bit of transfer here. And my thought was, I've got this blue paper. So this is some mulberry paper that I've had. And I'm going to, come on computer. My thought was I would cover the front of this box. So I'm going to cover the front here. It'll wrap around just a little bit, like so. And I'll cover that front. I think that would look good on there. So, I started to paint this, and then I realized I didn't need to paint it. I'm going to turn this around so. There we go. So this is going to go right there. And I know it's really close. to y'all. It's hard to do something that is this big on camera because my camera is only so far up, and if I make it any further up, then it looks really, really small when we get down to the lower level of the view. All right, so I'm going to come in here and add some glue. I'm just using Aleene's tacky glue. And I've got a paintbrush here that I'm going to kind of dip in some water. I should get my little jar that I have with my glue in it. All right, so now I'm just going to put this to where there's a little bit of an overhang on the front. And then this will wrap around the side just a little bit. See that? Okay. Good-o. Okay. Come on, everybody. Type FFA. Oh, here, let me see if I can do it. I may be too late. Exclamation point FFA. There we go. I'm in. All right, so I think what I want to do is I'm going to cut this way so that this will fold in. Okay, and then I'm just going to fold this to the inside here. And I have a shield. Let's see if I can see this. I know I'm off camera. You have to make do with what you got, right? All right, so I've put glue on there. So now I'm just going to fold this to the inside. I was trying to think about fabric, Robin, but fabric has a tendency to attract a lot of dust. And so I thought maybe if I instead were to use the paper on here, because I am going to glue some other things on top of there. And so I wanted a pretty backdrop. All right, I think what I want to do... Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so first I'm going to glue this bottom in. Is that what I want to do? Yes. So I'm going to glue the bottom down. It's going to be on the bottom, so I'm not going to really worried about getting that glue really, really smooth. I'm trying to get that paper as smooth as possible. And then on the side, I'm going to fold this in. So I'm just going to put some glue here on this tab, like so, and make a corner, and then fold this side over. So it kind of looks like that. Does that make sense? Just folded that in. Did I win? Oh, funny. No junk bucks for y'all. Oh, how funny. All right, so I'm just going to glue that down. Get my bone folder so I can smooth this out. And then I'll put some glue on this little corner piece. Fold that to the inside. Okay. So now I just need to repeat that on the other side. So I'm going to flip it around. This I didn't leave the same amount of paper, but I'm okay with that. So I'm going to fold this in. Crease that. Use my bone folder again. Make sure I got enough glue. I can't decide if I want what I want to put on the sides of the box yet. So I may find some paper. I think I know I have some 12 by 12 paper that maybe I could cut a strip and glue it on the sides here. I painted everything just in case I wanted to leave that exposed anywhere. Okay, so that's what it looks like. Kind of see where I folded it over. Okay, so now that I've done that portion, I have another piece of this that I thought might look good if I were to glue it. I may rotate this around. If I glued it even with the bottom here, so it will flip over just a little bit. And then that would give us a nice base to put other stuff on there. I don't know. I think that's what I want to do. I've got some printed elements that we could put in the center of that. For example, I thought this was really pretty. So if I were to put that in the middle, and I know it's a waste. Another thing I could do is just put this directly down in the middle of that. So what do you think? Should I put the blue paper below that and then put this down? I'm kind of thinking maybe I can get away with just putting that down instead of putting it on top of the blue paper. And I may save the blue paper for something else. My thought was, I've got a faux file folder that Henry gave me from some clothing. So I'm going to show you over here. So it kind of has this little cut tab, and then the back is a little bit taller. And then these would fit inside here. And I could decorate the folder and put some ephemera in it. All right, I think I'm going to put that on there. So I'm just going to rotate this around. And let's see. I think I need to add some distress inks to the edges first. Another thing I could do is make a frame out of some other paper and frame this. I'm trying to decide if what I should do so that there's an equal border is move it down so it's equal here, here, and here, or should I just bring it up and center it from left to right and not worry about the top? I think an equal border, even though this portion down at the bottom really won't be seen that well. Okay, I think that's what I'm going to do, is put it down just a little bit. All right. Looks pretty. You like it? Thank you. All right. Get rid of that. Move that over here. Now I want to make sure that this is right side up. I think that looks somewhat centered. So let's smooth that out. I wonder if I have maybe some trim that would look good on there. You know, I have I have a silver sequin trim. I have a green and a silver. So there's a silver. And here's a green. So what do we want? Do I put the green? Can you see that? I don't even know. It probably flashes out so you can't really tell the color. So, I'm kind of liking the green. The green one! If I had gold, I would use gold, but I think I'm out of gold in this batch. All right, put this right down. Let me see if I have something else instead that we may want to use. There isn't a lot of this. That would go right across the top. Maybe I should put it up higher. I don't know. I'll leave it out here. See if that's something I want to use. I'm looking at a bundle of goodies that Jennifer gave me. I think there's nothing in there I want to put on here yet. Okay, I think I like the green too. I guess I used all my gold sequin trim. All right, so I'm going to get this rotated around. I think that's the back side. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to get that started. I'm going to put a little drop of hot glue down here. And then start pressing this into it. There we go. Oh, stuck my finger in the glue. Okay. Should be able to just kind of lay it in it. So one thing about hot glue, you know, you can put things down quickly. Okay, so let's go this way. I'm thinking maybe I put a pocket on here. That way I can add some other things in the pocket back here. It will be covered up with the file folder that I put in, but at least there would be a place to add other things if I want. Okay. Okay. We're rocking and rolling now. All right, we're going this way. Okay, and then we're going to go down the side. Almost to the end. Should I do across here? I don't know if I should. Yeah, hot glue's good stuff. Gotcha. Yeah, that's just it. You've got to have it handy. And then I like one with a stand. I have a couple that don't come with stands. And many years ago, Henry's grandfather made me a glue gun holder. And so I still have that. And I keep it with all my glue supplies. Okay, I think I'm going to go ahead, even though technically you won't be able to see it. I'm going to go ahead and put sequins across the bottom. Okay. Trying to hold this back out of the way. Try not to touch the glue, Linda. Okay. There we go. This way. Go this way. There we go. And then I'm just going to cut off the excess here. Cut this piece off. All right, now cooperate. There we go. So you kind of see the frame. It sparkles. Okay, so I think I want to put a pocket in here. My idea was the box really isn't big enough to hold this little ephemera pouch, but what if I put a pocket across here where this could fit down in here? That's what I'm thinking anyway. So I'm going to grab, let's see, some of my blue scraps. Let's see if there's something in here we can use. You like that? Thank you, Robin. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's not really blue. It's kind of a green. Turquoisey color. Oh, you know what? I've also got some ribbon. All right, so I've got an idea. I got an idea. All right, so if I take, I'll lay this out so you kind of get the idea of it. If I were to lay this down here, kind of towards the bottom, and it's basically just so that I have enough stability to hold this ribbon and make that a pocket. I think that would look really good. I think that's what I'm going to do. Okay. So I want this to be a little bit smaller than the piece in the back, which is 8.5 by 11. So what do we want to make that? 11. Do we want to make it 9 inches wide? And that'll give us a little border on each side. I think so. Actually, what I'm going to do, so that it has a little bit of give, I'm going to score 1 inch on each side. So it kind of has a gusset. So when I glue this portion down, it'll have a little bit of room to put stuff in it. So I think I'm going to cut a strip that I can put across the bottom here. So I just put away the scraps. Let's see what I got in here that I can use. Nope, that's not big enough. This one might work. Yeah, okay. I'm improvising, okay? So I'm going to take this piece, it's cardstock weight, and I'm going to glue it right across the bottom here. And marry those together. So I'm just coming down this edge. and scoring it so that I can fold this over easier. And I think I'll go ahead and glue this into place. I'm just going to put it right in the middle of that piece. I think that'll work. So I'll put down some glue. Well, I didn't put it in the middle. So we're going to go with it where it is. We'll have a little bit of a border at the top. You know what we could do is I could put a layer of sequins trim. I think that's what I'll do to make up for not having it all the way to the top here, is put some sequin trim on there. Let me get my fabric scissors. Okay. Yay, I'm glad I used that ribbon. All right, so now what I'm going to do is get out, man. Yeah, use more bling, right? So I'm just going to glue this down right there. Why not? I like it. Oop. Might as well use the blingy bling bling, blingy bling bling, blingy bling bling. Oh my goodness. Got bling? Okay, I like it. All right, let's get my scissors here. Okay. So now what I should be able to do, in theory, is fold this in where I scored it. So just kind of give it a little help with my bone folder. And you can see it a little bit on this side. So I'm just going to get some distress inks and go over that edge. Uh-oh, where's my distress ink tool? No! I just had it. Did it fall on the floor? Well, pooey. I just had it because I used it to do the paper earlier, didn't I? I know I did. I didn't put it. Oh, I found it. It was hiding behind the sequin trim. All right, I'm just going to go over this edge a little bit. I think that'll work. I know it. They just take off, don't they? Take off with my stuff. So then, if I fold this in, oh, I forgot. I got to cut the corners. Cut those corners off, Linda. All right, we're going to go right about here and across here. Just cutting off the excess. All right, so this piece is going to be glued down there like that. I think that'll look really cute. All right, so I'm going to flip this around so I can do it. Like it, like it, like it. Okay, So I think I can get away with, I'm going to do this. I'm going to use tacky glue and a little bit of hot glue to help it set up. So I'm putting the tacky glue on first because it doesn't dry as fast or cool off as fast. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on all the sides and then try to work quickly to get this down. Hopefully I've got it centered. Smoosh it into place. There we go. So you see the pocket? See how that looks? I think that looks pretty good. Okay, so then if I want to put this in here, I have that option, and it's got something pretty back there. Okay, so now I need to, yeah, that was the box. That was the lid of the box. Move that paper. That's the box. Let's do this so you can see a little better. So there's the back, and this is my pocket, and then this will be my box. So now I'm going to work on, let's add something to the front here, and then I need to add something to the sides to cover this up. Okay. And I know that y'all can't really see this portion very well, the top of the box here, but I have, and this is where I've got to figure out what I want to do. I've got this piece of fabric. Let's do it this way so you can see it. So I've got this piece of fabric that I was thinking of just putting across the front like that. I think that would look really pretty on there. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm just kind of looking at it to see. That's what I'll do. I'll put that on there. Huh? You got it? Robin won. All right, I think that's what I want to do. I know it's not quite in camera. Let's do it this way so you can kind of see if I put it across here. I think that'll work. All right. So I think what I'll do is I'm just going to put some glue . All right, I think that'll work. Just putting some hot glue on the back, kind of pressing that down. And then right here. I like it. All right, so there's what it looks like with the fabric across the front. You see that? Let's go this way so you can see better. I think that looks pretty good. You like it? Yay! Yeah, I haven't used a glue pew-pew in a long time. All right, so now, I don't know where to put this, Jennifer, so I'm going to get it out. Jennifer gave me this beautiful brooch. Isn't that gorgeous? And it comes with a pin, which has come undone again. So I'm trying to decide if I want to permanently put it in place by gluing it. You haven't seen me. I've used one. It's just been a while. So let's see if I can twist this around. So I may need to glue it shut. So my thought was, what if I were to put that on the front of, let me get in the camera, of the box. What do you think? Should I put it right in the middle? Should I put it over to one side? I'm kind of thinking maybe in the middle. Let's see if I can get it situated. All right, let me get my fat finger off of it. Okay, what do you think? Does that look good on there? I think I'm just going to glue it directly on there. Now, before I glue it down, do I need to add sequin trim around this piece, or does it have enough with the embroider? Because that's embroidered. So what do you think? Sequin trim and then the pin? So say sequin trim. Jennifer says anywhere on there is good. Well, I thought there because if you, you can see behind me, this is where it's going to reside. When I get it done, it'll sit right here. So let me get out of the way. So we'll be able to see that. Don't add sequin trim. Okay, no sequin trim. Robin has spoken. Oh, dear. I know, I thought I had some gold trim. You gave me some gold thread. I do have this piece, but it's really too, I don't need, oh, you can't see what I'm trying to show you. I have this gold trim that was given to me as well, but I don't think I need two because that covers that up. I guess I could put a small piece on the side, but I want to save that. I think that could be used somewhere else. So let's put this right here in the middle. So I'm trying to see, I'm going to position this way so I can see better. All right, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add some glue right here so that the pin stays on it, because I'm never going to take this off to wear it. And then I'm going to add a bunch of glue. So I'm just adding some hot glue here. That's probably overkill. And I've got it right side up. And I think that's somewhat in the center. So I'm going to put that down. All right. Can you see that? Let me get this moved up here. And maybe you can see it. No, I'm at the wrong angle. Let's go this way. Yeah, you love it? Okay, thank you. Let's zoom in on it so you can see it a little better. I'm trying to tilt it back and forth. I think that's a good angle there. So you kind of see how that came together. I like it. Sparkles and shines. All right, so now I just need to put something on the edges. I am going to add a little bit more glue because I felt it move. So I'm just going to add a little bit more right behind it. And then I will look for some paper. Let's put this back in here. I don't know if I have two of the same paper that I can use, but I'm gonna look. I may have some scrapbook cardstock. Oh, I have this. Oh, I only have a little piece. Oh wait, I got another. Oh, I have this too. Okay. You have choices. All right. Here's the choices. So I have this paper and I have this paper, and I think I'm going to go with the Peacock paper. And my thought was I would cut it to fit right here on the side. And so that side will get covered. And I'm not going to worry about the back. The Peacock paper. Yeah, okay. So now what I need to do is I need to measure this. So I'm going to get a pen and lay this on here so I know how high up I want to go. And I want to cut it this way. And I'll put a T. All right. I had choices. I think that'll work great. All right, so I've marked it where I want to cut it. So I'm going to cut this edge off, and then that way I can cut two pieces the same size because we have a left and a right to the journal box. Make sure I got it. Yep. Oh, do I want it to do it that way? Yeah, I think that'll work. Okay. So I'm going to cut this off and then rotate this around and cut. And then I want to cut this again to the same size. There we go. So now I've got these two pieces that can go on the side. And I made scraps! Oh dear, I need to clean my hands off a little bit. Oh, this box is going to be fabulous. Fabulous. I love it. Okay, so let's add some distressings to these edges real fast, and then we'll glue them into place. Woohoo! Scraps! Alright, so I've been going through all my stuff, and I have several boxes of random scrappy papers, and I feel like I haven't done it in a while. I need to make some scrappy journals. Just whatever I come across gets put into a journal. The other ideas that I have is 1 week this month, Christmas in July. They scraps be breeding while we watch. Exactly. I can do Christmas in July. And then I would have to dig, but I could do either Dragonfly or Musical Botanica again, because I know I have a bunch of supplies for the Musical Botanica. And what I might do is Musical Botanica with dragonflies. All right, so now what I'm going to do is make a mess. What I'm going to do is glue this on the side of the box. Okay? So I'm trying to figure out where I can see this. I'm going to put it in my lap. So y'all are not going to see the gluing process of this one. This box is huge. All right, so I'm just putting glue all the way around the outside edge, and then kind of a zigzag in the middle. And then position it on the side. Okay. Christmas in July, August, September, October, and November. Let's just skip the Halloweeny. Gotcha, Margin. Julie loves dragonflies. Combine them. Okay, cool. I think that's what I'll do. Is maybe I'll do a Musical Botanica and dragonfly. Okay, so there's one side decorated. So let's do the other side. And I know it's funny that I painted this with Tattered Angels, but I wasn't sure, what I was going to do. And I knew that painting the paper with Tattered Angels and getting it dry in a timely fashion was going to hinder us for the live. So I thought, well, I'll just go ahead and do it off camera and get it done. Glitter Boss spared no one. You have a couple of Christmas journals you haven't got very far with. All right, well, I'll get out a box of my stuff. And all right, so there is this side. Okay, so now what I want to do is, I did not put anything on the bottom. I mean, in theory, I'm going to have stuff in here, so you're not going to see the bottom really. Let me get my papers out of the way. I made a couple of elements that I want to use in here to separate my journal. So I cut some cardboard and covered it with paper and painted it with tattered angels. And my thought was this would go all the way in the back. And I've got a corner coming. Got a corner lifting. Okay. And then I've got this piece that I made. So it's another one to go over here. And I think I've made them snug enough I may not have to glue them in case I change my mind. So then my journals can fit in the cubby hole here. Like so. Let's get where you can see this. So that's how it would look. Come on. And so this side has a little cubby hole here, and then we've got the shelf in the back and the pocket in the back. So let's go back here. So my idea was this little pocket, which I need to close up because it's got things sticking out of it. I don't think these will fit in there. That one will. But I could leave it out. I'm going to leave it out. And let's put this kind of in the front. So this is like extra Peacock Ephemera. Yes, I've got a Peacock pen too. Jennifer gave me a Peacock pen. Yes, I haven't got that far. Here's my Peacock pen. Okay. And now, do I need to make a holder for it? Or just put it, I don't know if y'all can see that. I've just put it right there. So I thought maybe I'll put these back here. All right, so now I've got this file folder looking thing. And I'm trying to decide, should I cut this edge to be the same shape? When I put it in the box, it is shorter. Let's see if y'all can see that. No, you didn't dream it. So it would be shorter than back here. If I made this the same shape, I don't know how to make that vision. I think I want to make it the same shape. So I'm going to take my pen and cut this. And then I think I'm going to use some, oh, sorry, wrong video. I just traced so I can cut this. So I'm just going to cut it off. And it's okay if it's not perfect. And you know, it's handmade, right? Now, it's kind of a bright white. It's got a smudge on it from me sticking my hand in something. Yeah, you see what's behind. That's kind of what I thought too. So we can kind of see a little better. I don't know if y'all can see that. Let's do this again. See a little better the stuff behind. All right, so congrats, Raven, you won. So now I think I want to colorize this. So do I want to just use some Distress Oxides? I have another piece of paper. For example, I mean, this is not as big. I could move it to the top and then trim off the excess. So that's across the top. Do I want to put something here? You know what? I could put another pocket across the bottom here. So there's a pocket on the front. I think that's what I'll do. So I'm going to glue this down. Just going to make a line so I know where to glue to. Okay. So I'm going to glue this portion, glue this down, trim it off wherever it sticks past the file folder portion, and that'll look really cool. Yeah. Okay. I know it's flashing out, so I'm going to lay this here while I put glue on the white part. All right, I'm going to use my paintbrush again. What do I do with it? There it is. Kind of smear out that glue a little. All right. Okay, and then use my bone folder to smooth that out. That looks good. Alrighty, everybody. You like it? I missed it a little bit, but that's okay. I'm just going to trim it off, and then I'll use some Distress inks on the edges. Okay. So that's how it looks at the top. I think that looks good. I'll just add some Distress inks, and then we'll make a pocket to go across the bottom. That covers up any of that white that's showing through. I'm actually going to be done with this today. I can't believe it. It's amazing. I'll go ahead and do the inside a little bit. There. All right, so there is the front. Let's see what I have for some more cardstock. If I've got a piece. That may not be the right color. I don't think this one's wide enough. No. That is barely wide enough, but I could put that across there. I have another piece of this that may be too much with the different ones. Thank you for your sacrifice. Thank you for your sacrifice, Julie. Too funny, Binda. Trying to see what else I have here. Oh, I have this, is that wide enough? I have a piece of wallpaper. Maybe the wallpaper. I think the wallpaper would look good as a pocket. I think that's my choice. stamp my feather and emboss it. Okay. So I want this to be high enough up. I think that's what I'm going to do, is fold this over. I think that'll work. Did I get it straight? I hope so. I don't know that I need the little gusset on there, but I may glue it around the back. That way it won't come up. And I may just trim off the edges. So I've got an edge here. So I'm just going to put glue across here. Put my hand over the white paper and white skin. Just blinding you here. Sorry, y'all. Smooth it out. All right, I'm just going to cut this off. Yay. Okay, so now I'll take this piece. I'm going to add some distress inks on this edge of the wallpaper. I've had this scrap of wallpaper for a long time. I think it came, I'm not sure if it came out of a wallpaper book for retail purposes. All right, so it's kind of a vinyl-y paper, so I'm going to use the fabric. Oh no, I've got hot glue. Let's use it. It's here. I'll just use the hot glue. All right, so I got to work fast. I got to put glue on here and glue on here and press it down fast. Yay! So now it's got a pocket here. All right, so Julie wants me to stamp the feather and emboss it. Let me get this. I've got my feather stamp. So just put it right in the middle, you think, Julie? You know, the Hot Pew Pew or the Beacon 3-in-1 or Fabri-Tac glue works better on what I call a slick surface. All right, so I need to put this away. And I want embossing powder. We want the glitter. Now let's just use, let's use the glitter. The glitter looks so good. All right. You're very welcome. All right, let's put this, I'm going to say right in the center. I'm going to go this way. And then I don't know how well it's going to show up, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. We're going to give it a try. Close the embossing powder and put it away. Oh, my fancy tool. I got to heat my tool. All right, let's do this. I really like how this turned out, y'all. All right, who's still with me? Who's still here? You ready to see how this is going to all come together? I'm going to put a couple of things in the side pocket. Julie's still with me. Robin's still here. All right, so there's the gold feather on there. I think that looks pretty good. I could almost do it. Oh, I smeared it. Dang it. Oh, all right. We'll have to fix it. How can I fix that? Oh, I know. Do I still have some? I do. I have a couple of these feathers left. So what if we were to put a couple where it's smeared like that, and I can't believe I touched it. I know better than to touch it while it's hot. Okay. And then if I put this like that. So I could stamp it a couple of more times. So if I stamp it again, maybe 2 more times, and then put the feathers in between, I think that's what we're going to do. All right, set those right there. Hey, we'll fix up my mistake. I can do it. All right, so I got out my ink pad, get out the stamp. All right, so I want to kind of put it like this. And I've tilted it because I could see the Versamark ink. Now, get my tool out again. Okay. That'll look good. And it doesn't add too much bulk with the feathers and that little piece of paper, which was from the Royal Peacock kit. Put this away. All right. Let's see, the embossing powder is still stuck to my finger. Who's going to get sacrificed today? Uh-oh. My heat tool is wrapped around my chair. That's not good. Oh. I was able to fix it. No one was injured. All right. Let's heat this up and don't touch it, Linda. All right, so there's 3 feathers. Don't touch it. It's hot. Okay. So I've got 3 little feathers that I thought I would put down kind of over it, and then put this little guy in front of that, like that. I think that looks good. We made it! Oh, don't eat malted milk balls when it's hot. No! Don't breathe it in, exactly. All right, I'm going to put a little drop of hot glue here and work quickly to add some feathers here. There we go. And then let's put that kind of going at an angle. There we go. That looks awesome. Kind of melty. All right, so I have some papers that I didn't use to put the journals together. So my thought was I could put these in here. And then I've got a pocket on the front. So let's see. Oh, here we go. see what else I have in here. I've got a few little elements. I know I've got more, but I've got a few little elements. Like this was some stationery that I found, and I thought that would look good if I stick it in the pocket here. So this will go in back behind in that little cubby. And then I haven't packaged this up yet, but I have this package of ephemera, and I've got some stickers I didn't use. I've got another little pack of ephemera. I think I'm going to poke this ribbon down in here. I've got some trims I didn't use, but I think I'm going to put those in here. Oh, and I've got this package of peacock feathers. Here's another package of some ephemera. So my thought was I could take all of these things, and I may make something prettier to put them in, and they could go here on this side. So here it is. Can you see that? Let me get in the camera so you can see how that came together. Ta-da! And then I did decorate the back because I didn't feel like I needed to. And then this will reside up here. Like so. What do you think? Can y'all see that? I may need to adjust the camera a little bit. You probably see that a little better. I'll take some pictures and share it. Woo! That was a behemoth putting it together, let me tell you. See, I can fluff it up, and you can see all of the journal charms. I've got my pen sticking out. I like it. Just admire my work now, right? Years in the making, for sure, for sure. And I have a few little things left over, so I may try to figure out a way to maybe put this on a card so it would fit down in that side pocket. Someone had posted, man, this journal must be huge if you're taking, 10 episodes to put it together. I said, yeah, it's pretty big. So, I need to put that in the folder, and I've got this little piece. So I'm going to go through all my little scraps and put those in, put away some of my other stuff. Oh, I've got a leftover kit. I didn't use all the pieces, so I can put that in there. And then I put them in this little bin, but I think I'm going to change it. This is some fabric I had left over, so I'm thinking of putting it in here as well. So if I put it in here. Yeah, that looks so cool. Oh, I forgot these. There we go. All right. That's amazing, y'all. I hope you liked what we did. Yay! Thank you so much. I completed a project. It feels good to get her done. And I also am keeping it. Thank you, Julie. I don't ever get to keep them. I always make them, and they fly away to a new home. Well, I've already started cleaning up, so I don't have much to put away from this particular project. Oh my gosh, nothing more pitiful than a cat. A dog asking for a treat is also pitiful. So I guess that's what I'll do. Either I don't know if I'm going to do Christmas next week, or if it's going to be the eclectic Dragonfly musical Botanica, because I'm trying to clean out some of my excess supplies that I have and make some things. So I hope you enjoyed today's session, and you're inspired to create. Oh, let's pick a winner of the 200 junk bucks, and the winner is Julie Parker. Alrighty, well, I'm going to get off here. Henry should be home shortly, and we're going to have some dinner. And I'm going to have to clean up my space a little bit, put things away so I can work on my next project. Yeah, that little pathetic, oh, don't you love me? Thank you all for being here. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you. I hope you have an amazing week. Do something fun. Do something creative. Get in there and use some of those supplies that you've had forever. I know you. If you're like me, you have stuff that you haven't used. So get it out and use it. Thank you for your donation, Margie. I greatly appreciate it. I know I didn't acknowledge that earlier. So thank you, thank you, thank you. You're very welcome. Thank y'all for hanging out with me. I hope that, I don't know, get in your room and or your shoebox or whatever it is that you have to play and make something fun. Make something creative. Share it with some friends or family or someone you like or love, or even leave it as a random act of kindness, kind of a, what is that, found art object where you just leave it for somebody else to find, put a little note on it. You found art. Enjoy. Y'all have a great week. We'll see you next week, and I'll take some pictures of that and post that so you can see it a little more detail. All right, y'all take care. Have an amazing week. Lots of love to each and every one of you. Spread some kindness out there in this world. Take care, everybody. Bye.